You've got to be so dedicated to your vision, even when nobody believes in you, you still move like it's already done. Stop saying it one day. Stop saying it when it's right. Stop waiting for motivation to hit you. You create your own motivation through discipline. Every rep, every step, every sacrifice adds up. Every second you waste is time you can't get back. So if you're serious, really serious about changing your life, then lock in and don't look back. Think about what you've already been through. That's proof that you've got something inside you that refuses to die. You didn't come this far to come this far. You came this far to finish. The world doesn't owe you anything, but your effort will always pay off in the long run. Keep your eyes on the vision and your hands on the work. There's going to be pain. There's going to be setbacks. But there's also going to be victory if you stay locked in. The key is consistency. Don't let your emotions make decisions for you. Let your purpose guide you. When you're tired, keep going. When you're frustrated, keep believing. When you're scared, keep moving. That's how you build strength. That's how you build character. That's how you build greatness. Every champion you've ever admired was built in silence when nobody was watching. They were built through nights of sacrifice, mornings of discipline, and moments of doubt that they fought through anyway. That's what locking in looks like. It's not glamorous, it's not easy, but it's worth it. So from today forward, make a decision. No more halfway effort, no more half dreams. No more waiting for somebody to save you. You've got everything you need inside of you. You just have to lock in and unleash it. Your time is now. Your moment is here. You've been given another day, another chance, another opportunity to get it right. Don't waste it. Don't take it for granted. Someone out there wishes they had the chance you have right now. So honor it, respect it, lock in and give it everything you've got. Because when you finally cross that finish line, when you finally look back and see everything you've overcome, you'll realize it was all worth it. The pain, the sacrifice, the struggle. Every bit of it led you here. So don't quit now, you're closer than you think. It's time to lock in, stay focused, and finish what you started. You want to change your life? You want to reach your dream? You want to prove everyone wrong? Then stop talking about it and lock in. You started, but this is where most people stop. They feel the pressure, the resistance, the fatigue, and they fold. But not you. You've already made the decision that quitting isn't an option. Now it's about endurance. It's about learning how to keep your mind focused when everything around you is trying to pull you off track. Because once you've started the journey, distractions don't disappear, they multiply. The question is, will you stay locked in when it gets hard? See, locking in isn't something you do once. It's something you do every single day. Every morning you wake up and make a choice. Am I going to move closer to my goals or drift further away? There's no neutral ground. Either you're progressing or you're falling behind. Locking in means choosing progress even when you're tired, even when you don't feel inspired, even when nobody's clapping for you. Everybody wants to win, but very few want to prepare to win. You say you want success, but are you putting in the kind of work that success requires? You say you want to be great, but are you disciplined enough to outwork the version of yourself that keeps making excuses? You can't cheat the grind. You can't lie to effort. If you didn't put in the time, the result will show it. The grind exposes everything. Locking in means you understand that pressure is part of the process. Diamonds are made under pressure. Champions are forged in fire. When life turns up the heat, don't run, rise. Every setback, every failure, every rejection is an opportunity to prove to yourself that you're still standing. That's what locking in is about. Consistency when life gets inconvenient. Some of you keep starting over because you keep losing focus. You get motivated for a week, and then you fall off. You start something big, and then you stop when it doesn't move fast enough. You want the results, but you don't want the repetition. Success isn't about doing it once. It's about doing it until it works. You've got to lock in for the long haul. The truth is, there's always a price to pay. Either you pay the price of discipline, or you pay the price of regret. One costs you effort now, the other costs you everything later. So when that alarm goes off, don't hit snooze. When your plan gets hard, don't slow down. When your emotions start lying to you, reminding you how tired you are, tell them you've got work to do. Discipline doesn't listen to feelings, it listens to purpose. Locking in means you don't chase comfort, you chase growth. Comfort is the enemy of greatness. The moment you get comfortable, you stop climbing. You stop pushing, you stop improving. Growth only happens in the uncomfortable zones. In those early mornings, in those long nights, in those moments when your body says stop and your mind says to keep going. Remember this, every day you don't lock in, somebody else is. Somebody out there is working harder, studying longer, training with more focus. They want it more, and if you don't match that energy, they'll take your spot. So don't wait for motivation. Create momentum. Momentum is built one disciplined choice at a time. You've got to stop underestimating the small steps. Locking in isn't just about big moments. It's about the small daily decisions. Every rep, every page, every email, every hour of practice adds up. It's the quiet work that nobody sees that builds the loud results everyone notices later. Stop trying to impress now. Focus on improving now. You can't let your environment decide your effort. You can't let people's opinions decide your pace. You can't let failures define your future. When you're locked in, your focus is internal. You're driven by the voice inside that says to keep going. You're guided by vision, not validation. There will be times when you feel like nobody understands your grind, times when the people around you don't get why you're obsessed. That's okay. They're not supposed to. They weren't given your dream. They weren't built to carry your calling. You've gotta be okay with walking alone sometimes. Locking in means being your own motivation when there's no one to hype you up. You've gotta push through those silent seasons. The times when nothing seems to be happening, when progress feels slow, when doors aren't opening yet. That's when most people quit. But those seasons are tests. They're building your endurance. They're preparing you for what's next. So instead of asking, why is this so hard? Ask, what is this teaching me? Every struggle has a lesson. Every delay has a reason. Lock in and trust the process. You don't plant a seed and dig it up every day to see if it's growing. You water it, you protect it, you give it time. The same goes for your dreams. They need time to grow, and that time requires patience, consistency, and faith. You've got to keep showing up, even when you can't see the results yet. Listen to me, there's power in persistence. You may not be the fastest, you may not be the strongest. But if you refuse to quit, you outlast everyone who does. That's the secret. Keep going when they stop. Keep believing when they doubt. Keep working when they rest. Locking in is not a one-time decision. It's a daily commitment. It's a choice to become the best version of yourself no matter what it costs. It's saying, I'm not finished until it's done. It's a promise to yourself that you'll see it through. So when it gets hard, and it will, remind yourself why you started. Remind yourself what you're fighting for. Remind yourself of the vision that lit the fire inside you. You didn't come this far to stop halfway. You came this far to finish strong. You've got to tell yourself every day, I'm not stopping. I'm not breaking. I'm not giving up. I'm locked in until the mission is complete. Because at the end of the day, it's not about what you say you'll do. It's about what you actually do. So keep your head down, stay focused, stay disciplined, and keep pushing. The grind may not reward you today, but it will reward you eventually. You just have to earn it. Stay hungry, stay humble, stay locked in. At this stage, the hype is gone. The excitement you felt at the start has faded, and what's left is the grind. The lonely, quiet, uncomfortable grind that makes most people quit. This is where champions are built. This is where you separate the talkers from the doers, the dreamers from the executors. If you're still here, it means you're serious. But now you have to prove it, not with words, but with consistency, with focus, and with discipline that doesn't break when life gets hard. Locking in at this level means you've stopped chasing motivation. You've built habits. You've stopped needing to feel ready. You just move. You've stopped needing people to push you. You've learned to push yourself. Because when you're truly locked in, you don't wait for perfect condition. You create results in the middle of chaos. Every single day, life will test how bad you really want it. The distractions will get louder. The temptations will get stronger. The challenges will get heavier. But if you're serious about greatness, you have to learn how to stand firm when everything around you is trying to pull you apart. Locking in is not about what you do when it's easy. It's about what you do when it's painful, when you're doubting yourself, when no one is clapping, when progress feels invisible. That's the test. Let me tell you something, the world doesn't stop because you're tired. The opportunities won't wait because you're not ready. Life keeps moving, and if you don't keep up, you get left behind. So stop waiting for things to feel perfect. Stop saying, I'll do it when I have more time. You make time for what matters. You make sacrifices for what you love. You either find a way or you find an excuse, but you can't have both. Locking in means you accept responsibility for your destiny. Nobody's coming to save you. Nobody's gonna do the work for you. The life you want, the dream you've been talking about, the goals you've been chasing, they're your responsibility. Every day you either move closer or further away from them. So stop blaming people. Stop blaming circumstances. Take ownership. Say to yourself, this is on me. Because when you own it, you can change it. When you lock in, you develop tunnel vision. You stop looking left and right. You stop comparing your journey to someone else's. You stop measuring your progress by other people's timeline. You focus on your lane, your mission, your growth. Comparison kills purpose. You can't run your race if you're too busy watching someone else's. The only competition you have is with the version of yourself from yesterday. Be better than him. Be stronger than her. Be sharper, more focused, more disciplined. That's the mission. There's going to be a point where your mind starts to play tricks on you. It'll say, maybe this isn't working. It'll whisper, you've been trying too long. It'll try to convince you to slow down, to take a break, to give up quietly. That's when you remind yourself, I didn't come this far to quit. You look back at all the time, effort, sweat, and sacrifice you've already invested, and you realize quitting would waste all of it. You're already in the storm. You might as well make it worth it. You've got to learn to see obstacles as opportunities. Every time you hit a wall, that wall isn't there to stop you. It's there to test how bad you want it. Will you go around it, climb over it, or break through it? Most people stop at the first sign of struggle, but not you. You've come too far to be average. You've come too far to settle. You've come too far to back down now. The truth is, the struggle is what shapes you. The pressure is what polishes you. The pain is what perfects you. Every champion has scars, but those stories of survival, they remind you that you've been through worse and still made it out. So stop running from the hard parts. Embrace them, because that's where your strength is built. Locking in also means controlling your environment. You can't expect to stay focused when you're surrounded by distractions. You can't expect to stay disciplined when you're surrounded by people who don't want what you want. Some of you need to make hard choices about who you allow around you. If they're not pushing you forward, they're holding you back. Protect your energy like your future depends on it. Because it does. Listen, you're not always going to feel like doing the work. It's normal. But your goals don't care about your feelings. Your purpose doesn't care if you're tired. The dream doesn't care if you're stressed. The only thing that matters is that you show up anyway. Because every time you push through when it's tough, you build mental toughness. Every time you stay disciplined when you don't feel like it, you build character. Every time you keep going when others quit, you separate yourself from the crowd. And when you finally reach that point, when you look back and see the miles you've climbed, the pain you've endured, the growth you've earned, you'll realize it was never about proving them wrong. It was about proving yourself right. It was about keeping the promise you made to yourself when nobody else believed in you. That's what locking in truly means. So hear me. Don't stop now. You've come too far to lose focus. You've come too far to let fatigue or doubt destroy what you built. Keep your head down. Keep believing. Keep believing. You're closer than you think. The door's about to open, but only if you keep pushing. When it's all said and done, you won't remember the nights you wanted to quit. You'll remember that you didn't. You'll remember that you stayed locked in. You'll remember that while others gave up, you kept going. And that's the moment that changes everything. Locked in, not just for today, but for life. Because when you stay focused long enough, disciplined long enough, and hungry long enough, the world has no choice but to make room for your greatness. It's time to lock in. Part 4. This is the final stretch, the championship rounds, the moment that separates those who are remembered from those who are forgotten. You've made it through the noise, the distractions, the pain, and the doubt. You've been tested, stretched, and broken. Yet you're still here. That means something. It means there's still fire in you. It means that even after all the storms, there's still purpose left to fulfill. This is where you find out what you're truly made of. Locking in now isn't just about focus. It's about faith. It's about believing in yourself when the results haven't shown up yet. When the world isn't clapping, when the progress feels invisible. It's about trusting the process even when you can't see the promise. Because real discipline comes when motivation runs out and all you have left is belief. At this stage, you're not competing against anyone else anymore. You're competing against your limits. You're fighting the voice that says, you've done enough. You're battling the comfort that whispers, take it easy. You're facing the fatigue that tries to convince you that average is good enough. But you didn't come this far for average. You didn't fight through everything you've been through to be ordinary. You came here to finish strong, to break barriers, to rewrite your story. Locking in now means giving more when there's nothing left to give. It's about waking up tired but still chasing. It's about working when the lights are off, when nobody sees, when it's just you and the grind. That's when greatness is born. Not in front of the crowd, but in the moments when you could quit and you don't. You've got to understand, discipline is freedom. People think freedom means doing whatever you want. No. Freedom is being able to do what you need to do, no matter how you feel. Discipline gives you control over your future. Discipline says, I don't care how tired I am. I've got work to do. Discipline says, I'm not skipping the gym. I'm not skipping the study. I'm not skipping the practice because my dream deserves my consistency. You've got to want it more than you want to sleep. You've got to want it more than comfort, more than entertainment, more than approval. When you're locked in, distractions don't stand a chance. You stop chasing likes and start chasing legacy. You stop talking about dreams and start living them. You stop proving people wrong and start proving yourself right. But make no mistake, this final stage is the hardest. It's when the pressure is the greatest, the obstacles the tallest, and the reward's still just out of reach. That's when most people give up. They think they're finished when they're only 80% there. They mistake exhaustion for completion. But you can't. You've got to dig deeper. You've got to find that next level inside you, that place that only pain can unlock. The truth is, success is less about talent and more about endurance. Everyone has talent. Everyone has dreams. But few have the endurance to keep going when the excitement fades. Endurance is what turns potential into power. It's what separates the dreamers from the achievers. When you're locked in, you understand that the dream is supposed to be hard. The struggle isn't a sign that you're failing. It's a sign that you're fighting for something real. The resistance you feel is the universe testing your commitment. It's asking, do you really want this? And every time you push through, every time you refuse to quit, you answer with action. You've got to remember where you started, not to dwell on the past, but to measure the distance you've come. Think about the person you used to be. Uncertain, inconsistent, easily distracted. Look at you now. Focused, disciplined, unshakable. You've grown. You've evolved. You've earned your scars. You've become the kind of person who doesn't just dream. You execute. Now it's time to finish. Not halfway, not almost finished. You don't need perfect conditions. You need relentless commitment. You don't need more time. You need more focus. You don't need approval. You need belief. So from this day forward, promise yourself this. It will not be distracted. I will not be discouraged. I will not be defeated. I will stay disciplined. I will stay determined. I will stay locked in. Because when you truly lock in, the world has no choice but to move for you. Opportunities start to open. People start to notice. The impossible starts to feel achievable. Not because life got easier, but because you got stronger. You are built for this. Every setback, every loss, every scar, It all prepared you for this moment. Now is not the time to slow down. Now is the time to go all in. This is your moment to rise, to conquer, to finish what you started. So stand tall, breathe deep, and say it with me. It's time to lock in. Not tomorrow, not next week. Now, because this is where champions are made. This is where dreams become reality. This is where your story changes forever. You've got the power, the purpose, and the discipline. Now go out there and prove it. Lock in, finish strong, leave no doubt.